Good day, good afternoon, via WhatsApp video. Okay, I can see that here.
Okay guys, as you see, that's the gold trade we discussed on the live yesterday. So today is Wednesday. The trade was discussed yesterday, Tuesday, that we want to see that buy on the gold. So I did take the sell to accompany down. I said I'm looking for 1,000 on the sell down, and then we buy it back up when it gets there. But it's news now, so during news I cannot close the trade within that first 10 minutes. So that's basically what I'm waiting for now. I'm just waiting to see how this trade is going to play out. It's only like 1 minute left before 10 minutes, because you are not allowed to close the trade 10 minutes before the news. You have to wait 10 minutes after, right? So let's see how that will hold us in. So that's 50, so that will put us at about 300. So the target on this 5k account is 900. So if we can get 900 by the day of the payout, will be good.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mamgele. I'm originally from Richmond, currently living in Kailicha. So as I mentioned in the description, I've created a channel to document my journey, with you guys helping me, joining me as my accountability partners to make sure we are consistent in everything we do to get to the destination, right? So everything we do on this channel will be using the 10x rule. So yeah, man. So yes, guys, just quickly to get back on track. So this channel, as I mentioned, I've created this channel to document my journey in the Forex industry as we move from point A to point Z. Yeah. So right now, we are going to go ahead and set the first goal that we want to achieve for this channel. So every goal we set, we want to make sure we apply the 10x rule. So the 10x rule, if you don't know about it, it just simply means you set a goal for yourself and then multiply it by 10. So if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to make 1,000 rands through Forex, since this is based on Forex, if you wanted to make 1,000 rand through Forex in the next week or the next month, so with the 10x, we need to multiply that by 10. So 1,000 rand times 10, that will be your initial goal. So set a goal that is so large or so far out of reach that it will force you to stay focused and make sure you work hard and give your best to achieve that goal, right? So with this journey that I'm taking right now, I could have just set a simple journey, I want to move out, or maybe minute 10, I want to anywhere, right? But looking at how things are here in Cape Town, and with me, if you know me personally, you know I love views, right? Even here where I'm renting, I took this place because it's on the upper level, so I can have a view. And everything else I do, man, I just love beautiful things, the finer things in life. So with Clifton, it just became a destination for me from the first time I went there to see the place. So I've seen Kent's Bay, I've seen other places. They all look good, but Clifton stood out for me, right? So with this goal for this journey is to go from Khalicha to Clifton, documenting every step of the journey, right? So let's see how that works out. So it's strictly 100k. So I'm going to start here. So as I mentioned, where's yesterday's date? There. So as you see, we did sell the gold like we mentioned to accompany the trade down, and then we take another buy that was earlier on today. I was just testing to see if the market is going to reverse, but when I saw my confirmation, I decided to close that, which allowed us to go back to 98, and we have the current trade that is running now. Right, so let's see the trade is about the same area, but I can't close it until 10 minutes. So it is exactly 10 minutes now. So I'm gonna wait for like 2 minutes or wait for this full 50-minute candle to close. Then I will close this trade, and then I will wait for 3:30 to look for more opportunities, because I know at 4 there's more news at 4. So I will come back at 3:30 to check what's happening. But I'm just watching this guy here. He was trying to sell this trade. I'm not sure why he would sell that, but in any case, that's none of my business. So I'm just watching that while I'm waiting for the time here. So there's 1 more minute. So now I'm past the 10 minutes window for closing trades. So which means this trade I can close it now, and then we wait for 3:30 to come back and see what will happen at 3:30. Alternatively, I can just wait and see if it can give us 200 just to make it 99. Then we close it at 200. But there's news at 4, so potential pullback on the news at 4 or continue pushing up, we don't know. But as far as we are aware, on gold, we've been interested in the buy. As you can see, that buy is playing out nicely. My entry was late because I didn't want to take the entry earlier on. So the first buy I took here is the one that gave us this one. Let's go to history again. So this buy here, right? This buy is this one that I took here when the price was here in the morning, right? When the price was here in the morning, that's when I took that first buy. And then when I saw that area, that rejection there, I'm like, you know what, let me just close it and I'll see what happened later. And then today I saw there's news, so I took this trade like 15 minutes before the news, 15 minutes before the news, because you can't take trades 10 minutes before the news or close it 10 minutes after. So we passed the 10 minutes now. Let's see, let's go to M1. Okay, potential pullback, I guess, but we're not waiting for that. We are going to go ahead and close this one, and that's going to put us at 98.80 or somewhere like that, right? And then we see if the news that will come out at 4, if those news are going to push the market further high, or if those news are going to, where's the what? I'll just do that because wait. So I'm gonna take this. So that will put it at 98.83. So that's fine. No rush on this side. On the funded account, sitting at 43. So here I'm looking at least $50, I guess. $50 to put me on the 300 mark. Get to the 300 mark, that will leave, what is 900 minus 3? 600. Then we need 600 for next few days. Let me see, when is the payout is on 23, I think, because I'm trying to get 900 by the payout. Where's the calendar here? Check here. That's calendar. 23 is on Thursday. Yeah. So if I can get this $50 from this trade, at least a minimum of $50 on this gold trade, I'm gonna look for another opportunity again at 3:30. So that will leave us with Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I close with $50, right? If I close with $50, yeah. If I close with $50 at least, if I close with $50 on this trade for gold, that will put me on 300. Yeah, that will put me on 300. So if we can get this trade to push above $50, we could. So I'm gonna move it to break even now, just in case anything happens. In fact, I'm going to move it to break even. Let's do that. So let me do that. So I'll move this trade to break even, right? and then I will let it run throughout the news that is coming out at 4, just to see if it will give us something else. Because there's more news coming out now at 4, so I'm gonna break even this trade, and then I'm gonna leave it to run for the news at at 4. If that comes back and take us out at break even, that's fine. 3:30 we look for more. 4:30 we'll look for more opportunity. So that means now the time is just before 3. It's just before 3. Let me see, where's this thing, where's the news thing? Oh, here. Just double check again. They use it, I think they use it at 4. No, somewhere at 4. Yeah, I think it's at 4. Today is Wednesday, so the news just came out now is this one for 2 or 2:30. So that's scared, not affecting us. There's 4, yeah. So there's more news at 4. See that? So what we'll do instead, I will leave that as it is. I'll just break even and I'll let it run until 4. If it doesn't stop us out before 4, we'll see if we can push up, and maybe the news at 4 will make that move continue further up. But whatever it happens, our goal for this specific trade is to get $50 or more. This will put us in a better position to target the 600 remaining to get to 900, which is $100 a day. Then we had 900 by the end of the week next week, or by Thursday next week at least. So yeah, just gonna let it run, and I'll see you guys on the next clip, I guess. So I know this is quite a strange or funny way to start a vlog, but again, like I mentioned on the live, I had someone over, or my girl was over. So Monday, Monday didn't vlog. Yeah, I didn't want to create that type of environment at that moment. So Monday I did not vlog. Tuesday I did not vlog, which was yesterday. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, she just left just now. So now she already cleaned, so I can't clean. I'm gonna clean, but she already cleaned. Everything is already cleaned. So now I'm just gonna let this thing run, and I'll just watch some YouTube vlogs, catch up on whatever happened in the last 2 days with the channels that I subscribed to. And then at 4, we'll see if the trade is still running or if it came back to break even. Apart from that, 4:30, I'll be checking to see if there's any other opportunities for me to take. Because the focus for the next 6-7 days from today anyway is the funded account, so we can secure a nice payout, right? Because if you get the 900 with the target, 80% of that is around about what, 750, 780, which is just about 10,000 rands. So it's a good number, right? Good number, 10,000 rand. But if we can get above that, we could. But my target is just to get that to that 900. Get a split of the 900 will be about 750, 730 around there, which is just above 10k. So I think it's 11k. So that's the target, to make 900. From the 900 to get an 80% split, which will be about 730, 750, which is about 12k in rands. So 12k payout will be a good number, which will allow us to get another 100k account. Then we know we have 200k accounts for equity edge, and then we can get maybe another 200k, because I know there's 3 other pro firms that actually offer a 200k challenge, and then we can just go straight for the 200k challenge. Then we know we had 400. Then we know we just need 600 to get to 1 million, and then the other change, just pay off any remaining debt that we have, so we know we're clean. But it's a very basic plan. So in the next 6 days, let's see if we can get $100 a day to get to 900. 900, we get that payout split. That's about 12k. 12k, we buy another 100k account, buy another 200k account with one of those 3 other prop firms. I think they offer 200, because now once we buy the 100k on equity edge, that's it. We can't buy more, because their limit to funded accounts is 200k. So that means we've maxed the 200k. We can't go more than that. So we don't have a choice but to go find someone else to give us the other, because remember the goal here is to make sure we push for 1 million in funded capital. If we get 1 million in funded capital, we're good, right? We can definitely go full-time again in trading, no doubt about that. And then we can also even move, right? Because at the end of the day, a lot of things have been happening. I've been here for a long time. I don't have any problem with the space. I'm good. The area is good. The only issue here is maintenance when it comes to plumbing, like the water situation. Water in the sink, we had a problem. Water in the bathroom, shower, had a problem before. That's the only problem I have with here. Apart from that, everything else is good, bruh. So that's the last thing on my thing of moving, like the moving thing will be last thing on my list. Not really something I would say is very important that needs to happen immediately. I'm good with the space. Public transport to work is good. So I wouldn't say moving is a priority for me right now. Priority right now is to get to that 1 million funded capital, and then we can be free, basically trade full time. Then we can be free, basically trade full time. Then we can be free, basically trade full time. Then we can be free, basically trade full time, right? Trade full time. Even now with this 200k, we can still go full time with the 200k. The only thing I'm not comfortable with in terms of having 200k and then go full time is that both of them are with the same prop firm, right? Worst case scenario, something happens with the firm or the prop firm or whatever, I'll be out. So I need to make sure I have at least more accounts with other firms. Even though this one, Equity Edge, will be my main, then the other ones is just backups in case anything happens, right? The 200k is enough for me to go full time. My rent here is what? My rent here is 3.5. 3.5 is what? It's $200. Yeah, let me just check. $200. $200 in rent is 3.2. So basically, I would say 230. Yeah, $225 covers my rent. If I have 200k accounts, that's not even 1%. That's not even 1%. So that means for rent, for groceries or for food, because if let's say now I go full time with these 200k accounts, so that means the only thing will be rent, food, Wi-Fi. I wouldn't count entertainment because I never really leave the house, but I would maybe count a few things, just like, entertainment in home or in the house, whatever the case might be. Right now, if I use no transport, none of those stuff, probably gonna need like what, 7k? Yeah, 8k to make sure the fixed expenses are done. If I'm calculating, so let's say rent is 3.5, Wi-Fi is 450. That's like 4k, right, for rent and Wi-Fi. Grocery is probably 1,000, 1.5, right? But let's just round it up to 2k. I don't really buy groceries like that, but let's just round it up to 2k. 2k for groceries, that's gonna be what? That's like 6k now, right? For groceries. I don't go out and stuff like that, like I mentioned. So what else do I need? I have groceries, I have Wi-Fi, I paid rent, I buy electricity. Say electricity, we'll be looking at 250 for electricity. So that's like 6.2, round it up to 6.3, right? That's that. What else would I need? Entertainment in home, probably like, because I have the coffee machine and everything, I'll count those, maybe like the big coffee beans, the wine bar, add some wines, just those main things like snacks when I have visitors. Let's say that's gonna be like 1,000 rent, 1,001.2. So look at about 7.2. So I'm gonna round it up to 8k. So for me to trade full time and continue living here, I need to make 8k. right? So let's see how many dollars is 8K. So 8K probably gonna be about, let's see, what is 300? No, 300 is gonna be like 5K. So let's say 450. So 450 USD is gonna be 7.3. So what will be 8K? Let's say, I'm not looking for World Cup, right? Okay, so let's say 550. Okay, 550 is 9K. So let's bring it back. Let's say 500. 500 is 8.1. So which means I need to make $500 a month for me to cover my fixed expenses as a full-time trader. That's it. 8K. So 8K is $500. On a 100K account, 500 is not even 1%. $500 on a 100K account is not even 1%. It's not even a fraction of the daily limit that you're allowed to lose in one day. So even with 100K account, I can actually trade full-time. With 2 accounts, most definitely I can trade full-time. But I don't want to take that risk because both accounts are with the same pro firm, right? So I'd rather pass these 2 accounts, have that 200K with Equity Edge, and then get 2 or 3 more accounts with other 3 different firms just as a backup. Should anything happens to the one, then I can push. Yes, all the other 3 accounts are just going to savings. Only the 100K account is for my life, my fixed expenses, entertainment, or whatever. Then all the other 4 or 5 accounts, they're just going straight to savings. So I can easily go full-time living here. If I have to move here, depending where I move, like the place I have in mind, let's say for that area, I'll have to make like 18K for moving if I move to where I want to move to right now, if I move from here. Because moving from here, I can't go backwards, I must just move forward, right? So the place I have in mind, I will need to make about 19K for me to go live there from here as a full-time trader, right? So 19K is like $1,000, which is like 1% basically of 100K. Yeah. So now I need to make 1% on 100K account for me to move and live where I have in mind, like the area I have in mind right now. If I have to move from here to there, I need to make 1% a month for me to afford that place. And consider that we get payouts 2 times a month, 2 times, because we get paid out every 2 weeks. We get paid out every 2 weeks. So, which means I just need to make 0.5% per payout day. Does it make sense? Per payout day, I make 0.5, which means if I make on one payout, I make 1,000, that covers rent and fixed expenses. Second payout on the same month, that's going to savings or whatever I want to do with it. So 100K account will be enough for me to continue living here and trade full-time, or even move to where I want to move to and still be full-time. The only thing with that is that I don't want to have 1 account or 2 accounts with the same pro firm, and then I don't have no backup should anything happen. Because I'm new in the pro firm industry, so I don't know much. But from the YouTube videos I've watched, apparently or allegedly, there have been pro firms that have been around and they were trusted and they were doing well, and then they just disappeared. Wake up tomorrow, pro firm is not there. So worst case scenario, I must have more than 1 pro firm with more than 100K accounts on them. Then I go full time, or at least have this 1 pro firm is fine, and then I fund all that other money on my personal account. Then I have my personal account with at least 2 brokers, 2 different brokers, 2 regulated brokers specifically. With those brokers, then I know, okay, I have the pro firm. Worst case scenario, if something happens to the pro firm, I won't be affected my livelihood because my live accounts are making enough to cover my fixed expenses. Then I can just buy another challenge with another pro firm at that time. You see, so one way or the other, I must have the pro firm, either a live account that has more than 100K balance on it, or other platform accounts with different platforms as backups, but my main is Equity Edge. Push this one, pass, and I'll be good. Right, but in any case, I've been going at this for quite a while. Let me go ahead and catch up with the other guys also here, and I'll see you when we're preparing to close this trade, or when I do close this trade. I'll see if I didn't take a nap. I'll see at the time. But you see, there's $50. So you see, I can even close this trade now. That will put us as 500. Right, 500. I close that. Then we just working for that 600 to get to 900. Right, just like that. We can just do that. Then we see what happens after the news at 4, and then I'll just come back to see what's good. That's the case. I'm not sure what this guy is up to here, but he's doing his thing.